Good morning, Sunset Country. I'm your host, Deborah Cruikshank.
And I'm Dave Cain, still Dave Cain.
Good. I like him.
Yeah, I like him
He's
too.
fun in the morning.
He is. Yeah, I think so.
How was your weekend? Happy belated Father's Day.
Thank you very much. It was an awesome weekend. I did the Share the Road bike ride, Father's Day bike ride, and I did it with my grandson Mackay and granddaughter Kiana. At Garrow Park. It was an awesome time. It rained at the beginning of the morning, but it was a great day.
You were able to keep up with them?
Barely, but it was good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Had an awesome time.
Nice. Well, we have a very exciting show for you today.
Yes, we do. We're sharing it with our pets. We're sharing the show with some of our furry friends. We've got Chris Madison from It's a Dog's Life. We'll be talking to her on the show.
We will also be talking about the cat shelter with Celine Elcock.
That's right. And Dr. Helena, who's a group of the Walkerton vets that had come up to Northwestern Ontario to do the spade and neuter program.
And in the studio.
Yes.
Because this is a very exciting weekend.
Yes,
Pull
it is.
out your rainbows. It's Pride.
Pull out your rainbows, that's right.
It's true. And
Yes.
they have events Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all over town. And 99% of the things are free.
That's right.
Everything's free.
Yes.
The last few community events, that's beautiful and awesome.
Yes, exactly. Some of the stuff this weekend. Now we did hear some sort of sad news this week. The emergency shelter for the homeless people in Kenora, it's closing as of July 1st. That's unfortunate. I'm hoping that we can bond together and get something going for that.
Absolutely, I agree with you. I think now the conversations are open.
Yes.
And, community needs to get involved in all of these type of things.
Yeah.
And, city and organizations, everybody coming together, I'm sure we'll find
They
a
will.
solution.
We'll work it out. I know we will.
Excellent. Well, we want to mention it's baby season.
Yes.
Animals are having babies. So if you find a wild animal out in the grass, baby fawns, baby bunnies, that type of stuff, you're just asked to sort of leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. Generally, the adult animal will come back and be with the baby, but not to touch them.
No.
Stay out of their...
Nature takes care of itself. The mothers know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And just leave them alone. It's tempting, but they'll be okay.
So there is some numbers if you are concerned about an animal potentially that you have found. You can call the ministry, and they can help you out with whatever you need in regards to that.
That's correct. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go talk with Chris Madsen at It's a Dog's Life.
We're down at the White Cap Pavilion today in Kenora, and as you can see, it's a very blustery, windy day, and we're with Chris Madison from It's a Dog's Life, and she's going to tell us a bit more about what they're up to this summer. Welcome, Chris.
Hi, good to see you again. This summer we have an event going on at the in Suneros, or not Suneros, Nestor Falls at the Fire Hall. We're going to have a barbecue there on July the 6th. So anybody driving through or any Nestor Falls residents want to stop by, that would be awesome. And we are also having our cash draw for tickets again this year. And our draw is in September. So that's pretty well our major fundraising that we're doing for the summer.
Okay, so how many dogs have you got? How many dogs do you have out fostering right now? Do you have an overload of dogs right now?
Lots of puppies. We've been really lucky. We've had a lot of dogs adopted in the last little while. We actually had 3 dogs that we'd had for 18 months get adopted this last month. So.
Oh, that's fabulous. That must have made you feel really good.
Yeah, that was good. So, we have almost 20 dogs now, so that's down quite a bit from what we normally have. But we're always still looking for foster homes for our dogs. So anybody really interested in getting involved in any way, whether fostering or just volunteering, they can give us a call on our number at 467-3647. Just leave a message and we'll get back to you.
Oh, that sounds great. And who do we have with you today?
Today we have Easton. He's about 9-10 months old. We think a Rottweiler mutt mix. We're not sure exactly. He's got huge ears, as you can see.
He's very cute. So are you guys got every Saturday you're still at Canadian Tire with your...
We're still going to Canadian Tire, 10:30 to 11:30. So anybody wanting to meet any of the dogs we have up for adoption, it's a perfect opportunity to drop by and see them in person.
Okay, and another thing to remember too in this hot summer, you can't tell right today, it's so windy and cool, but in the summer, what is something that people have to really keep in mind when they have pets?
Well, definitely don't be bringing your dog with you when you're coming to town and leaving them in your vehicle. It's just gets way too hot in a vehicle. Even a day like today when it's windy and feels cool, inside a vehicle it can get up to 30 plus degrees, which really is way too hot for animals to be in a vehicle.
Yeah, and if you don't really believe that, try it for yourself and sit in a hot car at 30 Celsius for 20 minutes and just see how it feels for you. Can you imagine a dog with hair and everything else? It's got to be pretty hard for them.
Yeah, so most people then don't know what to do, like who should they call? Just so people know, do not call animal control. Bylaw officers have no authority to go or break into a vehicle. You should be calling the OPP.
As you've heard from Chris, there is still a need for foster families and volunteers for It's a Dog's Life. And I mean, looking at Easton today, how could you not want to come and check him out and maybe take him home? For Good Morning Sunset Country, I'm Kim Morrison.
Thanks, Chris, for all the great work that your group does for our furry friends. They appreciate that. Coming up next, Deb's going to interview Megan Wynn about the Pride celebration this weekend coming up.
Welcome back to Good Morning Sunset Country. In the studio with us at the moment, we have Meg Illman-White, who is the youth minister at the Knox United Church, and Wynn de Gagné. Thanks for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you.
Very exciting event coming up this weekend, all weekend long, is Pride in Kenora. And I would have to say I was super excited this past weekend to see the flag up on City Hall. Things are really moving in town now, it seems like, with this type of celebration. Wynn, you've been a busy man. Let's talk about all the events that are coming up this weekend for people to join.
Where to start? So we have a very big team of people this year. There's about 6 of us. So everyone's taken a part in planning basically one event, and we've all broken it down.
Nice.
But we're kicking it off with a flag raising. That's at 1 p.m. at City Hall. The city's been really awesome. Like this year and last year, we're just being supportive and stuff. So it's been good. They got the flag raising for the vigil there on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yes. So that was good.
Yeah, that was on top of all these events, hey, is paying tribute to the people that were lost in that shooting. Yeah.
And then we have the coffee house after. So the coffee house is basically just looking at a way to empower people by allowing them to share their story anonymously. So I know we have a couple artists performing, and then we have some poems and stories that are submitted. They're from local people.
Excellent.
So
that's from 4 until 6 at the museum. So
at the museum.
It should be a great space as long as it doesn't rain.
Yes.
If it does rain, backup location is at Knox.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Do you want to touch on Monet?
Sure. So also at Knox at about 7 p.m. At 7 p.m. at Knox will be Monet Chikabi.
Yeah.
And she's a Two-Spirit elder who has written an autobiography and speaks about her journey as a lesbian Ojibwe Cree elder. And it's a phenomenal journey, and I have talked to people all over the place, and as soon as I mention her name, they say, oh, you've got to go hear her. She's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
She sounds
great
amazing.
Speaker.
Just her energy from the poster seems like she would be a great sort of mentor in this department.
She also led the first Pride Parade in Thunder Bay in 2013.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun that she's coming to sort of the grassroots of this in Kenora, too.
It is.
And so we also have barbecue.
Yeah.
There's lots of events. We're all over town.
Yes. The barbecue's at Anishinaabe Park, 12 till 2. The Northwestern Health Unit, they're one of our sponsors, and they'll be putting on the activities and things for the group. And I believe they also have like some sort of diversity tent. I believe they're running a campaign. And then we have a matinee at Century Cinema. I believe we're playing the Geography Club, eh?
Yes.
Yes, the Geography Club.
Nice.
That's 3 till 5. And then also we have the comedy night.
At Cabin Jack's.
At Cabin Jack's.
You guys are going to be tired after all this event planning and then partying all weekend. Yeah.
We will be. Comedy night, I will be particularly tired, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. The comedy night.
Yeah, there's 2.
Chantel Morostica,
yes.
and Laura Ray. The more I talk to people, again, the more I hear, I don't know these two, but
Well,
more I
the
talk to
bio on
people.
them is phenomenal. Like, especially Chantel, she's been
know.
all over and a part of a million different comedy events.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So
That'll be excellent.
Yeah, I know Laura Ray, she shared a Gemini with somebody, and they're both from the LGBTQ plus community, so that's
Excellent.
always nice too.
So are the events free for participants? Is there admission to any of these events?
So,
go ahead. Yeah.
all of the events are free except for the comedy night.
Yeah.
You can get tickets at Nourish 901 West Side and Cabin Jack's. So it's one ticket for $10 or two for $15.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bring a date.
And much as everything's free, we'll also have donation boxes everywhere, asking people if they're able to contribute to the
support.
expenses, because of course it costs lots of money. So
Absolutely. Well, and I know that you are running the Space program, which is a youth program as well. So
the Space and PFLAG, which we didn't actually even touch on. PFLAG is brand new to Kenora,
Yes.
and it's for parents, friends, families of LGBTQ+ people. And
Excellent.
I mean, your LGBTQ+ person can be any age, because the reality is that parents and families and close friends are the major supports that we have in the community.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so, and parents have their own journey and their own struggles and their own, things to grapple with, and
Yeah,
they need support.
absolutely.
And so it's a peer support group for families
Excellent.
and others that are interested.
So how can we get a hold of you guys if there's people interested in joining either of those groups or being a part of?
So it's quite easy to just give me a call at
Yeah,
Knox.
nice.
So that's an easy way. I don't have my card with me, but
It's
it's
okay,
pretty easy
yeah.
to find it online.
Excellent.
Also, if you
Do you have a
We have-
Facebook? We're on
Yeah.
Facebook?
we have a Facebook page
for PFLAG?
for PFLAG.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
there you go.
Facebook has everything. It's
Right.
amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So there's lots of different ways to get a hold of you.
Yes, there is an actual Kenora PFLAG phone number as well.
Excellent. And we will have that as well up on the screen potentially.
Yep.
Yeah. There's also a Kenora Pride Facebook page.
And Kenora Pride
yes.
Facebook page. Excellent. Well, I want to
So,
thank both. Oh,
do
sorry.
we have a
go
quick
ahead.
second to touch
Yeah,
on Sunday? Because Sunday's really exciting.
absolutely.
Sunday we have a pancake breakfast at Knox at 9 o'clock. And then Pride Worship, also at
Nice.
Knox, at 10:30. And then the march, which starts at 2 p.m.
Nope,
Where does it
it's
start?
at 1.
It starts at 1.
Yeah.
And it starts where?
At the Lake of the Woods Museum. So
And can anybody be in the parade?
Absolutely.
everyone can come to all the events,
Everything.
except for the comedy night is age of majority. But
Right.
yes.
Absolutely, yes.
Nice.
But, yes.
Excellent. Well, I wish you all the success in the world. I think this is just amazing. It's so exciting. I had lived in Winnipeg for a long time, so there's lots of Pride celebrations there, and they're always a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
It'll be a colorful weekend.
It will be a colorful weekend. That's awesome. So like I said, you can track these guys down on Facebook with their PFLAG and Pride pages, or call the the Knox Church and speak with Meg. Coming up, we have a story about a spay and neuter clinic for you, and we'll have that when we come back. Welcome back from the break. We are now going to head to Sabaskong, where
right.
Kim has met up with Dr. Helena Dean.
Yes.
And she was in our region with a group of voluntary vet students doing a spay and neuter program. Kim has that story for us now.
Hi, we're here with Dr. Helena Dean, and she's going to tell us why we're with her and what she's up to today.
Yes, I'm here with a group, the GBQAT group, which means the Great Bruce Aboriginal Kameek team, and the team leader is Dr. Linda Bolton. Right now she's doing surgery. So there's 14 of us, and we're up here to provide a spay-neuter clinic as well as vaccines for the dogs at Anigaming and also White Dog.
How long are you in Anigaming for?
We're in Anigaming till tomorrow morning. We arrive Saturday. We set up our clinic Sunday morning, and this is our second day doing it.
Are you just spay and neutering, or are you doing other things with the dogs? And how many have you worked on so far while you've been here?
Well, we are spaying and neutering, and as well as providing wellness exams and doing vaccines. So far we've spayed and neutered 12 dogs, and we're up to 27 with the vaccine, so we're quite pleased with that.
Is that one where we had an He's been sedated. Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to prep him for surgery, and right before before surgery, I'll induce them and I'll place a tube, an endotracheal tube, and then he'll go to the other girls.
How many dogs do you think that you will be doing while you're here?
Well, we anticipated we wouldn't be doing as many dogs as in the past because this is a return trip for some of us. So we expected maybe to do 30 dogs with spay and neutering and then vaccines, anywhere up to 50 dogs.
Well, that's great. So you say you've been here before. How has the program worked since you've been here before?
Every time we go, it just gets better and better. We get more people interested, we work better as a group, and we're looking forward to doing many more trips.
That's awesome. And so you're on your way to White Dog tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yes, and that's a return trip for many of us. For myself, it's my 4th time being there, and for the group, it's their 4th year as well, I believe.
And it's all on volunteer time, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. None of us do this as a paid position. We're all happy to do this, and as I keep saying, I think it's important that we do volunteer activities because we need to give back.
Well, we really appreciate what you guys do. You coming all the way up here and taking time out of your lives to help the people and the dogs of the communities. So thank you very much.
It's our pleasure.
Thanks for that, Kim. Coming up after the break, we'll be heading to the cat shelter to talk to Celine Elcock about their facilities there.
Meow. So we've talked about our furry friends, the dogs, and now we're going to talk about our furry friends, the cats. The Kinara Cat Shelter, there's only one in town.
There is. It's full.
Full all the time. They need a lot of help. If you can volunteer, get a hold of Celine Alcock at the cat shelter. But what we're going to go to now is Kim is going to do a little story at the cat shelter with Celine Alcock.
This guy might be new, but the cat that had this home before had it for almost 10 years. And he was the most beautiful white male. I posted him about once a month on my Facebook page saying, somebody come and take this beauty home. He really was a beautiful cat. And then somebody did.
I did.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. Oh, I adopted Norton, yeah.
Oh, I'm so delighted. And then Pam lived down here, and she had been here a year longer. And she got adopted.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me you took her too.
No, I didn't. No.
And I took my cat from here, and he's just been an absolute delight.
Awesome cats.
One of the things that I think about the shelter, as difficult as it is to see them in these little cages, they are so well cared for. They are loved by all the volunteers, and we all have our favorites that we go back to at the end of our shift for a little extra hug.
We've been joined by Celine Alcock, the owner of the Kenora Cat Shelter. And Celine, can you give us a little bit of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds backstory, where she came from?
Well, she was from one of the local communities. She was the last kitten in a whole litter that had all been given away, and the mother had been given away, and this little kitten had no place to go, and so one of our volunteers actually rescued her and brought her in. She was about 5 or 6 weeks old when she came in. She was just a little handful like that. Yeah.
Very cute.
She is very cute.
So, Celine, how long have you been running the cat shelter?
Oh my God. Almost 14 years.
And how many cats have you seen come and go?
1,892.
Oh my gosh, and you named everyone that came in and out of the doors pretty much?
I can't take credit for all of them. Some other people have come up with some beautiful names. The well runs dry after a while, you know.
You're 1,892 cats. My cat was 1,492, which is why Celine named him Columbus.
It takes a lot of people to keep this going, and a lot of dedicated people. Yeah.
And you guys are always looking for volunteers and donations of cat food?
We're always looking for donations. Cat food's great. Canned cat food, paper supplies, paper towels, Kleenex, that kind of thing, and money. Vet bills over $6,000 this month so far, so cash donations really come in handy. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good friend of ours, Gus Hollinsworth. He helps you guys out. Yeah, we've thrown that out there for you, Gethin. But he's a
The whole community over there.
yeah, he's a great support for you guys. He speaks quite highly of your group and what you guys do for the
I
cats.
don't know what we do without Gus sometimes too. He's a big help. Yeah.
But even saying that, dropping off empties here, that means that volunteers here have to come and pick them up and take them down to the beer store. And I think you've got 2 teams, haven't you?
Well, actually, we have 3 teams. Yeah.
3 teams
yeah,
that do
that. Yeah. So it's amazing. It's a credit to the community that we've managed to keep going this long, because we couldn't do it without the community. There's no funding for this at all. Zip, nada, nothing.
Yeah.
So
Totally
it's
volunteer.
totally volunteer, totally through fundraising and donations.
So why did you start this way back in the day? Did you just have a soft spot for the cats, or did you just see a real need that our town needed?
That many times. Well, it had to be done, and I was unable to work, and it seemed like I should be doing something to help the community. And I was reading a book called The Raft is Not the Shore. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Thich Nhat Hanh, who's a Buddhist monk, and Daniel Berrigan, a Jesuit priest who just died recently, and that's a loss to the planet, had written a conversation about how you could help your community. And they said, well, it's pretty simple. You just look around and see what needs to be done and do it. You know? And that made a lot of sense. So I knew this had to be done. So here we go.
Please help support these local cats, because they are very beautiful.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
Please, if you already have a cat and it's not spayed or neutered, get it spayed or neutered. And if you know somebody in that position, help them or refer them to us and we'll help them. If everybody got their cats spayed and neutered and then looked after them, Kenora wouldn't need a cat shelter.
That is a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cat food.
Well,
cat
that's a
litter?
lot of love.
It
Like
is,
animals
yes.
need
That's right.
love too.
Yes, they do need love. And while we're speaking of that, summer's here. Let's remind everybody, your animals, your cats, your dogs, your birds, your fish, well, maybe not your fish because you're not walking them around.
Yeah.
But don't leave them in your car with the windows all done up. When the temperature gets up, it gets really warm in there and the animals can't take that. So let's remind everybody.
Yeah, no one can take that.
Yes, don't,
So
yeah.
they are not excluded from that.
That's right. Don't leave your animals in your vehicles while you're out boating or shopping or whatever.
Yeah, that was a great show.
That
I
was a
want
good
to
show.
thank Meg Ilman-White and
Yes.
Wynne Gagne for coming to talk about Pride.
Fantastic. It was good to see them.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, get out there and celebrate.
Yes, yes.
All weekend long.
All weekend. Wear your rainbow.
Wear your rainbow. I am.
There you go.
I'm going to get you a rainbow shirt.
Okay.
Do you have a rainbow shirt?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, it's a perfect weekend to pick one up.
There we go.
There you go.
Rainbow shirts.
Next week on the show, we have Nan Norman coming in from Making Kenora Home.
Yes, she'll be talking to us. We have Heather Gropp, the one-horse town. We got to vote July 4th. July 4th is the last day, so get voting out there. We want to be the one-horse town.
I read too that if you vote from multiple devices, so if you vote from your computer and your phone, it counts as different votes.
Oh.
Yes. So they were putting it out there so to get all these votes and to vote for multiple devices.
So vote.
But Heather Gropp will probably tell us more about that.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah.
Just get out there and
Maybe
vote.
she'll bring a sunrise photo too.
That would be nice to bring a sunrise
Yeah?
photo.
Well, we
Yes.
should tell people that when they come on the show, they have to bring a sunrise photo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sunrise photo, and how do they contact us? Remember?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah,
Yes.
Good Morning Sunset Country on Facebook. You can always email us as well.
Or you can get us at goodmorningsunsetcountry@shaw.ca.
There you go. If you have any story ideas or you want to be on the show, those are both the means that you can get a hold of us.
Especially outside of Kenora, let's hear from you. Sioux Lookout, Fort Francis, let's hear from you.
Happy Pride Weekend. Have
Happy
a
Pride
beautiful
Weekend.
one, guys.
See you next week.